Hello guys, welcome back to another tips video. This is the round 8 tips for 2026. And yep, so far in round 7 there was Pendles won his 4th Anzac medal. He previously won in 2010, 2011, 2019 and now 2026. Finn McInnes is back and Hugo Hagen played his first game for Gold Coast and even scored a goal. Pickett took a great grab and won the Frank Checker Hughes medal and a great goal from Windsor in the first quarter against Richmond, and the Blues lose again by 14 and Porter back on the winners list. Dogs went from first on the ladder on Easter to 10th right now as of recording this video. Watto played his 50th game. Chris kicked his 392,231 for Anzac Day. Pendle will play game 432 and it's set to equal Brent Harvey from what he did 10 years ago. So yeah, let's start. Collingwood, Hawthorn. So, Pies won by 77, Dugowie kicked 3, Pendles 43 disposals and 153 AFL Fantasy. And Hawks, better Gold Coast though, but yeah, Amon had 31 disposals, 119 AFL Fantasy, Gunston 5 goals. And yeah, last time we played each other was round 22 and that was when Hawthorn was fighting for finals. So yeah, anyways. Hawthorn for this game by 24 points. And then Friday night is the Dogs and the Dockers. The Dogs have lost once again. Can't do much without losing one of your best players. But Bailey Dale had 31 disposals and Riley Sanders had 7 tackles. And yep. For Freo, Bolton had 33 disposals and 130 AFL Fantasy and 10 tackles for Andrew Brayshaw. So, sorry Dogs fans, but it's Freo by maybe 36 points. I mean, they won it last time and the one before. Dogs have not beaten them since the middle of 2024. Wow. Anyways, moving on. Crows and Port. Crows were beaten by 52 points and James Peatling had 9 tackles. Port are back. Now they defeated Geelong. Horn Francis had 34 disposals and 120 FL Fantasy and 4 goals for Mitch Georgiani. Last time they played each other was 98-point win for Adelaide and yeah, they're both 3 and 4, but Crows by 10 points. And yeah, moving on, Super Saturday, Bombers and Lions. Bombers are 1 and 6 and Lions are 4 and 3. So the Lions won by 52, Cameron kicked 4, Neil had 42 disposals and 159 FL and 9 tackles for Josh Dunkley. And the Essendon lost by 77, Caldwell 7 tackles and Nate Caddy 3 goals. Last time we played each other, Caddy kicked over a head goal in round 12 last year. Yeah. Anyways, should be an easy win for Brisbane. So yeah, Brisbane by 41 points. Yeah, moving on. Eagles and Richmond. Well, something to talk about West Coast as they lost by 101 points. Yep, nothing much to talk about for West Coast. And Richmond, they were beaten by Melbourne. Richmond led early, but not much after that. There's nothing much to talk about. Last time I played each other was round 19 last year, and the Eagles' last win was to Port, but I can answer back, so yeah. Eagles by 7 points. Moving on. Geelong and North. Both 4 and 3. All wins have been Geelong so far. But Geelong lost by 5 goals with Tom Atkins having 9 tackles and North came close by losing by 7 points. But Lucky kicked 4, Zuri had 12 tackles and 145 out. And Sheasel had 32 disposals. I mean, last time they played each other, Jezza kicked like, what, 11 goals? And yeah, I reckon Geelong can make it. So yeah. Anyways, Geelong by maybe 17 points, I'd say. And yeah, last Super Saturday game is Carlton and St Kilda. Last played each other round 9 last year. Carlton 1-6, Saints 3-4. Saints won by 101 points. Garcia 5 tackles, Filippo 5 tackles, Nash 34 disposals, Wilkie 123, and Higgins kicked 5 goals. Carlton won it last time, but yeah, Saints are better anyways. But Carlton can kick 4. Yeah, anyways, St Kilda by 38 points. Yeah. Now moving on Sunday ticket. Swans and D's. Swans are 6-1 on top, and D's are in the top 4 for the first time since 2024. They're now 5-2. Defeating Richmond and Cozzy, 4 goals. 21 disposals, 151 AFL fantasy, and 8 tackles for Tom Sparrow. But it's usually Jack Steele who leads it, but yeah, anyways. Sydney. Something to talk about. Kerno kicked 7. Chad Warner 121 AFL fantasy and 7 tackles. And even James Jordan had 7 tackles. Not to mention, last time they played each other, D's won, and Swans have not won it since the first game of the 2024 season. But before that was Melbourne and Sydney. Yeah. Anyways, Sydney for this by 27 points, I reckon. Now last game, Suns and Giants. Giants are 3-4. Suns are 4-3. Suns were beaten by Hawthorn, and Giants only just defeated North. Giants have a strong record against Gold Coast. Yeah. Lockie Whitfield had 32 disposals, but yeah. And Suns, Mavrell had 10 tackles, and Noel Anderson had 31 disposals. So anyways, last game, Suns by maybe, it's hard to decide, but I'll go for 46 points. So yeah, these are our tips for round A. Make sure to join my tips comp. It will be in the link in the description down below if you want to join. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more tips videos.